Historically, my
Yeah.
research was looking at developing ways to improve immune responses to vaccines. So these are things called adjuvants, which you mix with your vaccine antigen and it makes the vaccine work more effectively. And so in those studies, we worked on vaccines with Hep B vaccine, we worked with Lyme disease vaccine, and a foot and mouth disease vaccine that we were working with a company that did that work as well. More recently, we've done some work in flu vaccines. Looking at them, people are very interested. Adjuvants may broaden the specificity of flu vaccines, meaning that the choice of each seasonal viral strain becomes less important, let's say. There's good evidence that if you select the right immune adjuvant for your vaccine, that you get broader specificity of immunity and will protect you against more virus strains. So
That's cool.
that's our work. So the bottom line here is that for me, being vaccinated um, incurs a risk, but it's significantly lower than the risk from an infection.
Mm.
Um, any intervention comes with some level of risk, but in the case of a vaccine, the way that vaccines are designed and the way that the industry has worked over the last 50 years to make vaccines is to limit that risk to every extent they can.
Mm.
Nobody is interested in creating a vaccine that comes with side effects because that creates a public health problem because you're vaccinating healthy people.
Yeah.
Unlike conventional interventional therapy where you're trying to treat a disease, people that get vaccines are already healthy.
Mm.
So the whole industry is focused on safety.
Yeah.
It's a very conservative industry, I would say, because of that. There's very little revolution in vaccines because people's primary focus has been safety of vaccines. If you don't get vaccinated, then you run the risk of being infected. An infection will always exceed, in terms of pathology, will always exceed anything that you would see with a vaccine.
Mm.
And the whole point of vaccines is to limit the level of pathology
Mm.
that the virus or the bacteria causes. So it goes. Of course, you could argue that what's your probability of being infected? And that gets you into questions of things like herd immunity. So
Yeah.
your probability of being infected is dependent on the people around you and whether they've been vaccinated or not.